if Shohei gets traded to the Dodgers,
He's gonna have to speak on the mic as soon as he gets traded on the bus. I can't wait. I'm gonna put him on the mic, and I want him to give me like a fun story and talk to us about himself.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to episode number 202 of the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media. Look who I found. He's my good friend. He is the Dodgers starting shortstop. He is Miguel Rojas, who is wearing a sweatshirt, even though it's like 118 degrees down in Texas. Come on, man.
It's really hot. It's really hot. But hey, right here in my room, I control the air conditioning. And last night it was like really cold here in my room because outside, I mean, we had an off day yesterday. It was amazing. We went to Max Muncy daughter's 2-year-old party. It was so nice to get together, you know, with the families and being able to spend these 3 hours with him and his family over there at his place, because we're here in Texas and we support each other, and that was amazing. But it was so hot that I was in shorts and a t-shirt, and I have to put my room in like 50 degrees. And it's pretty cold right now here, so that's why I'm wearing a hoodie.
That is awesome that you went to a little 2-year-old birthday party. I love it. We got the great shot of you and Freddie and JD and Jay Hay, Max Muncy. Is that Peralta over there?
That's Peralta too, yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good because that's something that we've been building here for this season. You know, since spring training started, we've been doing like a lot of stuff that connecting this group of guys more and beyond just baseball and the regular season and the grind of 162 games. And now here we are in July 20th, and we're not feeling like we're tired, you know, like we're feeling like we're going through the season and having fun on and off the field, trying to connect and stay together for a good cause and not just to play baseball, but we're really building something like really special. And I think it's something that we're always going to remember.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what was the party all about? Were there ponies? Was there a clown? What was at the 2-year-old party?
No, not real ponies, but it was like a wall full of like ponies that you can adopt, and the kids took these little ponies. It's like it wasn't a real pony. It's like how do you call it when it's like just a stuffed pony, you know, a stuffed pony.
Like a stuffed animal.
Exactly, a stuffed animal, but with a pony shape. And so the kids were having the ponies and cowboy hats, and all that. I think it was pretty cool. They have a water slide, like a bounce house. It was pretty good. Really nice setup. They did pretty good, and we all went and spent some time over there.
All right. Well, my kids weren't always 22 and 17. So when they were younger, I'd go to these parties, and I was always the idiot dad that would get in the bounce house and play with the kids and try and shoot them up into the sky and jump my fat ass on that thing. Was one of the Dodger players like the weird dad like I was?
No, we didn't get to that point. I think all the kids were having so much fun with each other that I think one of us jumping on the bounce house will ruin it. So we stay together on their side, and we enjoy the music, the food, and we have conversations about something else that is not just baseball, and it's so nice and refreshing that you can go and get together and just have a drink with your boys and spend some time in an off day. Even JD was there. That like he's not a dad. He's not he don't even know how to be around like little kids and stuff like that. And Uncle JD was there, so it's fun because we're getting everybody together and kind of like make them committed to be there for you guys.
But I saw some guys in like jeans and pants there. I'm sorry, I would have the biggest swamp ass in Texas if I was wearing jeans. I mean, God.
Man, it's hot right now. I feel like I didn't feel like this, like it's a sauna outside, since I was like in Arizona 4 years ago or 5 years ago in the middle of the summer. I couldn't even go outside. I'm glad that we have a roof here and we're gonna play under the roof for this series, because I can only imagine playing at 3 p.m. tomorrow under the sun and in this weather. I don't think I can make it.
Well, back in my days where I would cover Fox Saturday baseball, I would do the pregame from these stadiums, and then I would stay and be like the dugout reporter. And
Right.
we had a game. It was the Rays and the Rangers in Texas. No joke. It was 122 degrees on the field. And I had to wear a fucking suit, dude. I had to wear a suit.
Yeah, that's tough. I don't know how you guys do it, and I don't even remember when I came here how hard it was, but it's been really hard in the East Coast.
Yeah.
Starting in during the All-Star break, I went to Miami. It was so hot there, but I mean, we had the pool, and I didn't have to worry about like getting ready to go to the field and play. So I could stay on the pool and get in the pool with my son and stuff like that. But I mean, then after that, we went to Baltimore, and Baltimore was like, it's supposed to rain every day, and then it was hot and humid, and it's been kind of difficult to play in these conditions.
More of the Rose Rotation coming your way, but first I want to tell you a little bit about the Bally Sports Regional Networks. They are the nation's leading television and streaming provider of local sports and make up 18 RSNs. They're how the Brewers fans can watch the Brew Crew, how the Tigers fans can check in on Motown's team, how the Marlins fans can check in on their impressive Marlins. You get the point. Well, this year, with the new pitch clock rules, the game has changed for the better, right? There's less downtime. There's more action. The game is fast and furious. We enjoy the pace. We love the whole thing. Just one problem in the pitch clock era. There's just no time to drink those big old tall boy beers anymore. Shorter games call for shorter beers like this. That's why Bally Sports created Short Boys, 8.4-ounce cans of delicious baseball beer. They are crisp. They are refreshing. They make you feel great. Yeah, the can's a little stubby, but they're substantial as well. You're going to love the taste, let you enjoy a brew at the game. You don't have to stand in the long lines for them and get one of those big, tall boys, and all of a sudden the game's over and you got like 10 ounces of beer left. Here, you finish it. It's gone. You feel great. So shorter games mean shorter beers. It is time for Short Boy Summer. Also, watch the shorter games on Bally Sports and streaming on the Bally Sports app. Cheers. So I'm curious, tell me a little bit about your break. You just hung out with your family in Miami, right? You guys didn't do anything. You just chilled and got a chance to be dad, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that has been different for me this year. Being in the West Coast now, I've been like missing a lot on Aaron and Amber, kind of day to day. And that's something that I wanted to get back a little bit of that. Even when they've been in LA for a couple of weeks, it's difficult because we always traveling, we always going somewhere, and Aaron being in school, I haven't been able to be with him that much. But before the break, they came to LA, and I have one of the most like beautiful days with my son in my life, because of I took him to the field by myself, and he was at the locker room the whole day. He was like actually like so excited to go to the field with me to play with the boys. Freddie Freeman, sons Charlie, and him like always wanted to play together. Charlie's Kershaw, Clayton's son too. He was there, and they were like hitting balls right before Sunday night baseball against the Houston Astros. So really nice times, that I didn't envision myself doing this year. But I mean, I'm glad that it happens that way. So during the break, I just wanted to get back and be with them at home and be there, be present. I always like to get away and go somewhere, but I feel like this year, because I've been away for so long and I've been kind of in the West Coast, and it's really hard to match up with the times. I went home and I just cook on the grill. I invited my sister to come from Venezuela, so she was in Miami with us. My best friend that lives in Chicago, he came as well, and we have an amazing time. We spent some time together, and it was kind of refreshing and it was pretty cool.
So when Aaron's playing with the two Charlies, now I know about Charlie Freeman.
Yeah,
that kid can swing it a little bit, right?
yeah, he's pretty good. He's pretty good, and he's following the footsteps of his dad. I mean, I never seen someone that is more consistent with a routine, and I don't know what word could I say for Freddie work ethic, because it's so routine. Every single day he do kind of the same thing, and he haven't changed much since he was like, I don't know, in the minors. And I never played with him in the minors, but I can tell with the way that he prepares and he goes about his routines that Charlie is kind of following that. Like when he hits, he's not fucking around. Like he's my son. If you see Aaron hitting, he just wanna have fun, and some days he wanna have a leg kick, some days he wanna hit with the bat down here, and I'm let him, because I mean, but if you see Charlie hitting, you see like right away every swing, both feet completely aligned. His back shoulder have to be higher than the front one, and he's trying to do it right, and that's what you get from a guy like Freddie that he's been doing it for so long, and now he's passing it to his son.
So does he hit it like totally to the opposite field and stay on the baseball just like his old man?
That's what his dad trying to tell him, but he sometimes he just let it in, and he likes to hit homers as well as any kid right now. That's what we're watching on TV, hitting homers and celebrating, which is something that they're growing up with.
So you've been able now in your 5 months with the team kind of grow and appreciate what it's like to be around a couple of Hall of Famers, and Freddie Freeman and Mookie Betts and Clayton Kershaw. Obviously, all those guys are going to be headed to Cooperstown one day, in my opinion. But Mookie, it's amazing, right? He's played some shortstop now. He's played a lot of second base. Like, how do you explain? I know Mookie came up as a second baseman, but how do you explain that a guy can do that and make it look as effortless as he does when he hasn't been doing it at this level consistently?
Because of the work that he put in when you guys are not seeing it, not a lot of people here or around baseball got the opportunity to see what Mookie does for, to stay in shape, to be the superstar that he is. And everything started even in spring training or before the season start. He wasn't supposed to be playing shortstop this year or as much second base as he's playing. And you got to see him every single day that he came to spring training, and a spring training day. He took all his work in the outfield. He did everything that he needs to do, and then he stayed like an extra hour when everybody's like doing something else, like hitting or like whatever you need to do in spring training, because it's like personalized. Spring training is a lot of time for yourself, right? And he stayed like an extra hour, taking ground balls at shortstop, taking ground balls at second base, turning double plays, and that's why he make it seems effortless. And that's something that not that many people knows, and that's why everybody gets surprised. But I'm not really surprised, because the way that like we work together a lot in spring training and during the season as well. And I know he's putting the work, and that's why he's getting the success and the results that he's getting. Nothing is going to take away from the superstar that he is, but at the work ethic and the way that he prepares for something that possibly is going to happen, I think that's why he's making it look so easy.
Is he the best player you've ever played with?
Yeah, he's up there for sure. Yeah, because I play with guys that won MVPs like Giancarlo Stanton. That year was amazing, but the kind of stretch that he had, I remember he was hitting like 250 like a month ago, and he already have like 300 and something at bats, and he turned the season around like so quick with just one. I think he found something on Colorado when we were playing over there. I was with him in the cage, and I'm seeing hitting, and he found something that he likes with his swing, and he just took off. That was like a stretch of 3 weeks or a month now that he's been like crazy. It's like hard hit ball after hard hit ball, homers, doubles, opposite field, walks, and doing it in the way that he's doing it, like playing under these conditions that we just talk about. We talk about playing in a really hot weather, and doing all that. And you know what I really respect? That in a series, I remember the series in Kansas City, he played second base the first day, right field the second day, and shortstop the next day. He's leading off, and he's kind of carried the team. So that tells you what kind of player do you have there. And when you ask me if that's the best player that you ever play with, I have to put him up there because it's kind of Shohei Ohtani stuff that he's doing. The only thing that he's not doing is pitching, but he's playing a different position every day, leading off for a team and carrying the team is pretty high up there. For sure.
You guys did play, speaking of Shohei, you did play the Angels recently. I don't think he didn't pitch against you guys, did
he pitched in Anaheim. He pitched in Anaheim for that game. Yeah. We won. I think we won 1-0 that day.
That's what it was.
Freddie's homer opposite field. Pretty amazing. Pretty incredible player too.
Did you play against Shohei? Did you get a chance?
No,
to
I didn't play that day. I faced him last year. He pitched against us in Miami, but I didn't face him this year.
I mean, I know that we continue to talk about him and build him up, and some people are like, man, just stop talking about him. But I don't think we can. Like, right. It is right. It's just, I imagine just being on the same field with him, you look at him and you're like, this dude's like a robot.
Yeah. And you appreciate what he's doing for the game. And he's doing it in such an amazing way. The way that he carries himself. And I mean, being in a team that is trying to compete and wanting him to be, like the piece in the middle of the lineup, but at the same time you race. That's pretty amazing. I don't think it's you can compare that with anything in baseball.
Okay, finish this sentence for me. Even though people said it's not going to happen, if Shohei gets traded to the Dodgers,
he's going to have to speak on the mic as soon as he gets traded on the bus. I can't wait. I'm gonna put him on the mic, and I want him to give me like a fun story and talk to us about himself.
So for people that don't know what happens on the mic on a bus, fill us in. What goes on there?
Well, after a long day, because we always play, let's say we play a day game, 1 p.m. and then we flying after the game, right? So it's a really long day. When you wake up at 8:30 in the morning or something like that, and then you have to play, you have to fly somewhere. Sometimes you fly across the country, and then you get to the city that you played, right? And as soon as you get there, we get in the bus, and we all got together in the bus, and someone gets to speak on the mic, and that's how we kind of end the day. And when we speak on the mic, we sometimes we have a couple drinks on, and it's fun. We talk about things that we want to know about other players, and the dynamic is the veteran players kind of call out the rookies or the young players on the team, or the players that are just getting in the team. Like, let's say, like the last week we got Jay Marisnik. He's not a rookie, but we just got him, and he's gonna have to be on the mic and talk about himself, what he likes, and then everybody started asking questions. And like you asked me, if Shohei Ohtani gets traded to the Dodgers, he's gonna be on the mic, and he's gonna have to give us a good story. And he's got 3 strikes. You say what?
What does that mean? He's got 3 strikes.
Yeah, because I'm the guy that control the mic on the bus, right? And when I'm on the bus and when I'm on my element there, I give the guys 3 strikes. So if we don't like 3 things that they do while they're on the mic, they spend the rest of the trip on the shitter. So we have a little bathroom in the back of the bus. So if you get 3 strikes, you spend the rest of the trip on the bathroom bus.
We love our baseball around here, but want to talk a little bit about the sweet science. That's right. Saturday, July 29th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Errol Spence Jr. taking on Terrence Crawford. It is the undisputed welterweight world championship. It is live on ppv.com. Did you know that PBV.com is the only streaming platform where boxing fans can participate in live interactive chat hosted by boxing experts? For Spence Crawford, the chat host will be our very own Old Man Dan Canobio, and Chris Algieri. Not to mention, they'll be joined by legendary boxing writer Lance Pugmire as well. The chat is where it's all happening. It's a great second screen experience. You get to chat away, do your thing on PBP.com. You get to offer an opinion. You get to say you guys are wrong or right or whatever you do, and just have fun and mix it up with the chat host. PBV.com is the most convenient, most reliable, most engaging way to stream pay-per-view events. There are no subscriptions required ever. You can download the PBV.com app to all your favorite devices. You can watch on your computer, your phone, and, of course, on your big screen TV. So order Spence Crawford on PBV.com right now. Believe me, it is the very best way to watch this fight. You will not want to miss it and be a part of the chat experience. Has anybody gotten 3 strikes this year?
Yeah, Johnny DeLuca got 3 strikes and have to spend the rest of the trip on the shooter.
What? Why'd you give him strikes? What happened?
Well, the thing is, like, if you're not entertaining us and nobody's laughing and nobody's like having a good time, you're gonna get strikes. If you don't answer the questions the right way and you're not making it fun and you're not doing it right, you get strikes. He burned all his 3 strikes. He strike out, and he's all of a sudden he's sitting in the shooter.
And how long did he have to sit there? Like, what city was this in?
I think that was a long trip too. I gotta say it was like Milwaukee or Pittsburgh. I don't really remember how it went down, but I feel like he was there for more than 20 minutes, for sure.
That's a rough place to sit. Those places do not smell good, brother.
They're not. So that's why you better be entertaining on the mic. So if you're not entertaining on the mic, you're probably gonna go to the shitter, and it's not a good feeling. So
okay, who is the guy that's gonna get no strikes? Who's the most entertaining dude on the mic?
Well, so far this year, I think it was Miguel Vargas. Miguel Vargas brought it up. He's from Cuba. His English is like my English. Like, we have accent. We sometimes we fight to get through. Complete sense, and it's fun. Like, I feel like he was trying to be the tell us a great story, and I think he make a lot of stuff up from the story, and that was amazing. We had a great time with him. And couple of the rookies and young guys that we have, but I think so far this year it's been Miguel Vargas. He got no strikes, and he did a great job.
That's good. I like that. Does anybody sing on the mic?
Yeah, sometimes we make them sing because I mean, we know a lot about this player, or he's been in the organization for a long time or whatever. And when we run out of questions, sometimes we make them sing. And they have to be entertaining. So that if they're gonna sing, it's better be something good,
Anybody where you were like, man, okay, that didn't suck. That sounded pretty good.
Remember Austin Dean? I don't know where's he at right now, but he put a really good performance when I was with the Marlins. He got on the mic and he kind of impressed us. It was kind of impressive because he got it all together, like he took the mic, he put the song on his phone, he put the phone close to the mic, and he started singing, and it was like pretty entertaining. So Austin Dean was the best for that.
Do guys sing in the shower? Is that a thing?
I don't do it. Sometimes I listen to music while I'm in the shower, but I feel like I don't start like singing. I kind of feel like it's a thing because I've seen people doing it before, but I'm not in the clubhouse shower. I've never seen like someone singing in the clubhouse shower.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's good stuff, like, for people to know.
So wait, how do you play music in the shower? I mean, you don't put earbuds in. You're washing your hair and stuff.
No, but I like when I'm in my room, like I'm about to get ready for the game, right? So I have a little speaker with me always, and then I play some music on the speaker. It's not inside the shower, but it's outside, and I can still like listen to it.
Oh,
You know?
okay. Yeah, no, I got it. I thought you were talking about the clubhouse shower. Okay, I was.
Oh no. The clubhouse shower is different. The music is always playing, and you're gonna listen to music while you're showering because it's close to actually the clubhouse. You know, unless you lose, and after losing, we're not playing music. Unless it's like, okay, we lose a game that we really fought and we felt like, okay, I mean, so not every day we're gonna win, but it's a fine line between not kind of get really down on yourself when you lose a game and
Mhm.
not being able to like, okay, I'm celebrating something when we lose. Like I feel like that's a fine line there where a lot of players do different way, but we never want to celebrate that we lose.
I got it. I got it. All right, I've wanted to ask you this ever since I've known you. And I've noticed it particularly this year because it's the most time I've spent around you in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've been doing a lot of these pieces, the baby ball player stuff out at the yard, at a lot of them at Dodger Stadium. So I'll see you're doing your infield drills with Dino
Right.
Ebel or just getting ready for the game. And I see you're in your cutoff T-shirt, come up, give you a bro hug, the whole bit. And every time I turn to our amazing intern, Alden Stone, and I always say, God damn, does Miggy smell good? Every freaking time.
Yeah.
Do you shower every time before you hit the field?
No, I shower before I go to the field, and as soon as I get there, I get changed. I change into my like the workout clothes, right? So the first thing that I do is my defense work. So I don't sweat or do anything else right before I go outside. So I feel like that's the reason why, because I shower before I go to the field. I put my cologne on, whatever, because that's one of the things that I like to do. I like to smell good. I got my cologne and I put it on before I go to the field. And I think when I change, I get, like I keep smelling good. And thank you for that, man. I feel like that's a compliment. I like it because
But
I wanna smell good.
I, I bring it up every time. When I get home, I tell Michelle, I'm like, he smells so good every time. I was like, he's a professional athlete. You should be stinking it up, like whatever you're allowed to. It's a baseball diamond. It's 88
Nah,
degrees, and
nah, nah.
sunny, and all
Sometimes
that
some
stuff.
no, you never know who you're gonna meet, or you gotta cause a good first impression. And if you notice, I don't know why I do this, but I put cologne on the palm of my hand.
Oh,
I don't know if you do. I mean, I don't think many people do, but I don't know why, but I always put cologne in the palm of my hand and I rub it like it's lotion. So this is a trick. When you going somewhere that you're gonna meet some people, put some cologne in the palm of your hand. So when you shake their hand and say hi, they will always have your smell for the rest of the time there. And that's gonna cause a good impression. I think that's what you're getting, because I always shake your hand and give you a hug, and I think you continue to like smell kind of your hands, and it's on that.
okay. I'm afraid to ask you this. By the
Yeah,
way,
what do
that's
you
good
got?
advice.
Yeah.
Well, do you have more cologne bottles or a pair of shoes?
No, pair of shoes for sure.
Okay.
The cologne bottles, I like to have a couple, but I feel like traveling all the time, it's really hard to keep them safe. I'd rather keep it at
Yeah.
home. And then when you travel a lot, like you can really put like 3 or 4 colognes on your little carry-on bag, because they can break. So I'm careful with the colognes, and one thing that I don't like to do, I don't like to get the big bottles. I just like
No.
to get the small ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The small
it's
ones.
not because I'm cheap. I think it's because it's easier to carry.
So do you have, what do you have, like 4 or 5 bottles at Dodger Stadium in your locker?
No, I always have one on my little purse. So I always like carry. I always go to the field with something like this, and then I have one inside. So this side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then I have a bunch of like
Smells
this.
terrific.
Thank you. So Yeah, that's what I do. But I have like, I don't know, I gotta say like 10. It's not that many.
More Miggy Ro coming your way, but a quick reminder, today's episode presented by these guys at Shady Rays. Want you to take on the sun with gear that is built to last. Our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades at a very affordable price. Shady Rays offers a world-class product, just as good as any expensive pair ever worn. They got durable frames. They got extremely clear optics. You look awesome, by the way. That's not all. Shady Rays offers the most insane protection in the history of eyewear. Every pair of these bad boys backed by lost and broken replacements. So that means if you lose or break a pair, even on day one of ownership, they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. You don't have to call up with some sorry-ass excuse, which I've done several times. They know, Mr. Rose, we've got your address on file. Well, don't you want a reason why that? No, we don't want to hear it. We just want you to be looking good and feeling fine, and the Shady Rays will be there momentarily. And exclusively for our listeners, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal of the season. Head on over to shadyrays.com. Use that code ROSE for 50% off 2+ pair of polarized sunglasses. Did you hear me, people? That is shadyrays.com. Code word ROSE. 50% off 2+ pair of polarized sunglasses. You'll be looking fine without spending top dollar. You got to show me that purse again.
Yeah.
Who makes that one?
It's Christian Dior.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. I have a couple that I like crossover your body kind of purse, and I don't know, it's been popular on guys later.
Oh yeah, well you know what, my late father used to carry one. Now it was just a basic black bag, but this is in the 80s, way before it became fashionable, and in the 80s people would make fun of him. They're like, "What are you doing, Morty? Why do you have a," but he'd carry his cash in there. He'd carry, we didn't have cell phones back then, but he'd have a few other, I don't know what else Norty was carrying.
Yeah. So, I mean, I always have like my headphones. I always have cash. I always have my wallet. I always have like the key, the room key for the hotel room, And I think, I mean, you can put all that on your pocket, but it's gonna feel like it's too much on you.
Yeah.
And then if I want to have like my contacts glasses, I put a case there, the cologne. So I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. So how many purses do you have?
I have like 3 or 4.
Oh my
God. That I like to.
Those
I like
ain't
to
cheap, brother.
I know. That's one of the things that I like to spend my money on, and like looking good. And I think when you're a professional player, like you have to. I mean, you have to look good and like be presentable everywhere you go. I feel like that's something that I learned early in my career, especially when you're on the road. You can dress the same that when you're at home. At home you probably go to the field on shorts, t-shirt, cutout shirt. But when you're on the road, you're not representing just yourself. You're representing the whole organization. So imagine you walking out of the hotel not looking professional. I'm not saying that it has to be expensive or anything like that. You just have to like be professional and kind of like back in the day it used to be worse because they make you wear like a collar shirt, button down, like that's how it was.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Not a fan. Be who you are. You can look great and presentable. We've come a long way in that direction, thankfully.
Right.
Okay, so let's pretend that we're having like the NCAA basketball tournament where they have the bracket, and the seedings and stuff. Let's pretend that we're seeding all of your teammates based on, and the 1 seed is the best dressed. And then like the 16 seed is the guy who needs the most help, like probably gets dressed in the dark.
Okay.
Who's the 1 seed? And you can put yourself anywhere you want. Who's the 1 seed on the team?
Gotta say the 1 seed is Jason Hayward, in my opinion. It's my personal opinion. I like the style. He's not trying to do too much, and that's why I'm not putting Mookie 1 because he's too stylish for me, Like when he goes hard. Like the other day he was wearing something I make a little. I like it. It was a complete like Prada fit. I think there's pictures. I think he posted on his social media. You guys can find it. So it looks like he was dressing because it was gonna rain. You know this this stuff that you put on for the water to actually like not touching you, like this water, I don't know, water resistant plastic bags. That's how it looks like. But it was fire, you know, it was fire. But it looks like he was gonna be under the rain. So that's I put Mookie up there. But yeah, Jason Hayward gotta be one, and then I put Mookie, and then I put myself. Let me give you one more good dress guy. Let me see. I'm trying to. Oh, Bobby Miller. I like his style. So he's gotta be top
for a
5.
rookie.
Yeah, for a rookie, he goes hard.
Interesting.
Yeah, pretty nice feats. So Jason, Mookie, myself, Bobby Miller. I'll give you one more in the top 5.
Well, no, that's okay. 4 is good. 4 is a good number because those would be your 4 top seeds. Now, who are the guys that barely make it into the tournament that really need some help?
Yeah, Peralta needs some help. Peralta, we've been talking about it. They make fun of him in Arizona when he played there. Marte, the second base on Marte, he always told him, hey, Ketel Marte. He always told him, Peralta, you're wearing the same stuff that you used to wear in 2015. We're in 2021, 2022, you know? Same t-shirts and same jeans, you know? You have to step it up. He's going for it. He's going for it, but he needs help. So Peralta is down there. I gotta say Austin Barnes, because he don't really care. You know, he wears whatever to the field. I'm sorry, but I don't like Phil Bickford's style. He's always like, I don't know, playing, and I think he could use some help. And then who's gonna be the last one? I have to put Freddie there too.
God.
Yeah. I'm gonna put Freddie there just because he always wear sweatpants and a t-shirt, and he always tucked in, and I don't like that. I don't like when he tucks his shirt in because he got long legs. I don't know. It's kind of weird look, and I gotta put him. I'm sorry, Freddie. You're in my bottom 4.
It's, you know, and I got to tell you, now some of those guys you mentioned, you know, Austin Barnes has been around a little bit, but it's not like he makes a ton of dough. Bickford is the guy who's just getting started. Peralta's been around, so he really doesn't have much of an excuse. But Freddie Freeman could pay for a stylist.
No. And I think he does really, really good job on the road too. And he's like kind of, you know, he grew up with Bobby Cox and the Braves at that time.
Oh, yeah.
And on the road, you will see him like always, like a button down, looks presentable, but I feel like I have to put him in the bottom 4 because of, you know, like he's either too old, you know, with the style, or it's either the sweatpants and the tucked in t-shirt, and I don't like it. So.
Okay. Speaking of style, you got to help me out. Is it Peso Pluma that ended up throwing out the first? Did I say that right?
Yeah, Peso Pluma. Yeah. He went to Dodger Stadium and he was a sensation there.
Okay, so he threw out the first pitch. Did okay, right?
Yeah. Pretty good first pitch, yeah.
All right, so did you hang out? You hung out with him a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. He came to the locker room. I got to see him there for a little bit because I was doing like my pre-game preparation, and I was on the whirlpool and all that. But when I was getting out to the field, he was by the cage, and I talked to him a little bit. He's Mexican, you know, we speak in Spanish, and I said, I'm trying to say something funny right there with him, and we took a picture together, and pretty cool guy. Seems like same way that he's on stage, and you know, his music videos and stuff like that. He's the same personality, you know, pretty like outgoing with people. He was like hanging out with Julio Urias a lot. So it was a fun time. We got him in the locker room. We played his music. I think he really enjoyed it. He didn't expect us to play his music in the clubhouse, so the clubhouse was pumping before the game when he was getting in. So it was a good experience. Always when you have a like a popular artist, in with the opportunity to get him in the clubhouse, you always want to bring like a good experience to them. You want them to feel like, okay, you're walking into something that you're probably not gonna know how it is. We wanna give you a good experience, because that's what they do every time we go to a concert and see him perform.
Well, so now that you've been in LA for several months, is there a celebrity that has walked in there where you've been like, that's cool?
Well, Magic Johnson. That's it can get better than that, And especially early in the year, he passed around like a gift basket to everybody with a basketball signed for him, like 5 different of his jerseys that he wore, all signed and personalized, and a couple other items regarding to basketball. And I mean, I'm a basketball fan, and I can't wait to wear them when I'm in the off season. I don't want to wear them right now. When I'm in the off season, I'm gonna wear them, and I'm probably gonna hang a couple in my main cave.
So when I used to host the Best Damn Sports Show period, I got to meet a lot of really cool people.
Right.
But Magic was like, I grew up obviously a Cleveland Cavaliers fan. But then after that, I loved the Lakers growing up because back then, that's basically all we saw. We saw the Lakers, we saw the Celtics, we saw the Knicks a little bit, but Magic and the Lakers.
Yeah.
So the first time he comes on the show, I'm in the makeup chair getting ready, and he walks in, and he is just beaming. He's one of those guys that literally, when he walks in a room, the lights start to flicker. Like, that's how big a star he is. And I go, he comes up to me and he goes, Chris Rose. And I was like, my God, Magic knows my name. Like, I'm trying to play it cool, but I am inside flipping out. And I was like, Magic, it's so great to have you here. And he goes, Chris, you are just like me. He goes, you just set it up for those guys and dish it out. He goes, let's go have fun today. And I was like, he compared me to himself.
Man.
I was
That's
like,
amazing.
oh my God. I cannot believe it.
Yeah, so, that's how it is when you meet a big superstar that you've been like wanting to know for a long time, and when you're gonna realize that they walk on the same kind of earth that you do, it's the best feeling, right?
Yeah. All right, I know you're gonna have to catch. Which bus are you catching, by the way?
I think I do 1:30 today. So
yeah,
I'm wrapping up with you. Maybe
okay. You okay? You still have to shower? Or are you good?
Yeah. I shower before I go to the bullpen. It's hot, man.
I know. By the way, I'm one of those guys. If I shower that's why I couldn't have been a professional athlete, other than I can't actually do anything on the field. If I had showered after games and then we had to go somewhere, if I put on nice clothes, I don't stop sweating for like a full half hour until after I'm out of the shower. I have to time stuff right. I can't shower right before Michelle and I go out, or I am sweating for a half hour. I just can't do it.
Yeah, it's tough. Some people are like that. I mean, sometimes I sweat when I'm putting my stuff on to play the game, and that's the worst. Yeah.
All right, I want to ask you 2 other things. One is, you made an awesome play recently where you went back on a ball and kind of caught it over your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Is that play harder than it was against the Mets? Is that play harder than a hard smash right at you?
I would say the ball on the ground is always going to be harder because the ball on the ground you can't really predict a bounce. Like, you're good enough to know where the ball is going to bounce and kind of timing it right. But when the ball is hit hard on the ground, it's kind of like a lucky shot for an infielder. Like, you put your glove there, and sometimes the ball hit the good part of the glove and you catch it. It's not like I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, every time I do it, I know right away where the ball is gonna be. Sometimes you're with experience and it happens to you before. But I feel like this ball, like over the shoulder, is not as hard as a ground ball because it's in the air, and then you're tracking it, and you can either get there or you're not. Like at the end of the day, it's like it's a do or die play. You put your glove out there, and I'm not gonna be charged on error if I don't make the play. You know what I mean? Because it's a ball that is kind of floating in the air, and then you're running, and then if you get there, you get there. But I feel like the ball on the ground that is hit hard is harder than the ball on the air, like that you have to catch over your shoulder.
Yeah, but aren't you scared shitless that your center fielder or left fielder is going to come take you out?
Well, there's plays where you're gonna have the risk of having someone coming, but in that particular play, the guy didn't hit the ball hard enough to make it all the way to the center field or to the left field. So I knew that was my ball. I was the only one with a chance. But there's other balls that had a little bit more air under, and you can collide to the center fielder or to the left fielder, and that's when the communication it's really important. But for that ball, when the guys break a bat or hit off the end, you're the only one there. It's either going to be a hit or you're going to make an outstanding play. So there's no when there's no risk involved, I think the play becomes easier because you either do or don't. Like it's not like you have this responsibility that you have to catch a ball. So that's my perspective, and that's how I see it.
Last thing, as we sit right here, it's you and the Giants and the Diamondbacks all within just a couple of games. And it could come down to which team makes the biggest move at the trade deadline. Do you guys talk about that stuff in the clubhouse at all? Like, you know what? We got a lot of young pitching. We probably could use a veteran. You can always use another guy in the bullpen, all that sort of. Do you guys sit and talk about that, or is that just us as fans?
No, I think we touch about it briefly in between the veteran players and all that, but we don't really want to be like doing what the front office we know is they're gonna do. They're working hard right now, and we all know that we all on the same page that we want to win. And I'm pretty sure that if we all want to win and we all on the same boat, we don't have to worry about the front office making a move or not making a move to make the team better. We all know that the Dodgers organization, we all the same thing, and I feel like they're gonna do it if we need to do it. So that's why I don't worry too much about like talking in between us, but we do briefly. It would be nice to have a guy like right here. It would be nice to get this guy, but we don't worry too much about that. We just worry about like kind of playing the game, and we all know that we have what it takes, on this team to go. But you know how it is. Injuries happen. People goes down. When it's clutch time by the end of the year, everybody's gonna be kind of worn out and tired. So we're gonna need some help. So.
Just you get home next week for the homestand. Just walk up into Andrew Friedman's office and just say, "I got it. I figured it out." You can give up a single A player for Shohei. Problem solved.
I wish it was that easy. Huh?
Yeah. Listen, man. Way too long in between visits. It's always good seeing you out at Dodger Stadium. I think I'll be out there at least once next week, so I'll get to see you.
Right.
Best to your family, and go shower up and smell good for the rest of the country.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. And I appreciate all the people. We haven't really talked much during this year. I think the last one that we did was like close to spring training or opening day.
Yeah.
But all the fans in LA, they being so supportive, and they always tell me like how much they enjoy the Chris Rose rotation and when I'm in there. So I'm happy to be here with you guys. I hope you guys enjoy, the the conversation and what we have going in the clubhouse. And I'm pretty sure you guys are happy with the things that you're seeing on the field. But hey, feel great about this team off the field as well, because we're having a great time and we're doing it for all the fans. I promised myself something, and it was to enjoy the fans in LA this time around and kind of soaking it all in. And we haven't done anything. We haven't win, or we haven't go to the playoff, or we haven't win a championship. But I'm enjoying all of the time that is being on the Dodger uniform so far.
Awesome. It's always great catching up with you. And when your family gets back out there, let's make a date to have you over here, okay?
Let's do it, brother. Good talking to you.
for our amazing producer, Robbie Scirocco, our fantastic summer intern, Alden Stone, and my buddy who smells better than anybody on the planet, Miguel Rojas of the LA Dodgers. I am Chris Rose. We will see you next time here on the Chris Rose Rotation, a production of John Boy Media.